All right, Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach
Ruach
Kodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessing to the elect of Yasha okay, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and salutations and blessing to you, Akim, out there enduring this truth and sincerity. Real quick lesson, man, just over a mindset, your mentality. A lot of videos that brothers are going into now is about your mentality, where your mind should be, where your mind could be versus where your mind is. Of course, it should be focused on the scriptures, should be focused on getting out of here, focus on getting better, increasing, leveling up, however you want to put it. It shouldn't be decreasing, though. You know what I'm saying? The closer we get to the end of America being destroyed, the better, the more your mind should be set upon that. That should be your that'll be your goal. It's part of your goal. That'll help you get the hell out of here, man. Okay? Because at a point in time, you had a mindset before you learned about this truth. All right? So when you came into this truth, your mind still should be set on advancing, basically. Okay? Getting out of here. Salvation. Doing what you're supposed to be doing as a prophet or a helper, as a brother, whatever your ranking is, doing your job and your duty and fearing the Most High and keeping His commandments. Okay, we're not perfect, but we are supposed to strive to be perfect. All right.
I got this word mentality from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It says mental power or capacity, intelligence, mode or way of thought or outlook. So it's about the way you look at things, man. The way that your mind is operating and the power of it. The way that you're using your mind, the way that you're taking, the way that you look at life or the truth or whatever situation that you come in, and the way you approach it and what you get from out of it.
Yep. And that this is where you start. You see that outcome where your mentality is at. In between there is what you do. You know what I'm saying? And that determines your mentality. That determines your mindset. That determines where your spirit is. If you about doing what you're supposed to be doing to get the hell up out of here, then you're going to be doing that. But if you about these niggas here, ISUPK doing shit like that, Jake, fuck Donald Trump, all that shit, like one of the brothers said, how is that edifying? You got a crowd full of grown men, you know what I'm saying fuck Trump. Like, okay, now what? How is he going to get you out of, how is dissing Trump going to get you out of here? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all gotta get it together.
Like those niggas looking for kudos from the so-called black community, because Jake don't like Trump.
Yeah, and
it's not, like you said, it's not edifying.
They don't know what they in it for.
Yeah.
Their mentality is distorted. Their mentality is reprobate. They are void of judgment. They don't think anything's going to happen for their barbaric acts, so to speak. They just, we're just, like we were saying earlier, Lord willing, I could do a lesson over that, is people come into this truth and make it seem like they just found a new denomination. Like, no, this is supposed to be life-changing. Okay? This is supposed to change your mentality to show forth Yahweh Shem Yahushai's spirit through your character, man. All right? Like, case in point, we had the brothers come down here from Des Moines, and, we went to this Jamaican spot and grabbed some food. Half of us had already left, but half of us was still there waiting for our food. And the Jamaican guy on the restaurant, he was like, you looking like, what is this? What is this? You guys some kind of rap group or something? Like, no, we not no rap group. He couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was, but he had to have felt that spiritual vibration that we was giving off through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right, and then came to find out, one of the brothers threw a little bread out there. He was breaking a little bread with us. He's like, yo, yeah. You know, hey, we got a video, something about a video called "Welcome to Jamaica." It's pretty much saying the same thing. Cause we was like, "You are people, we your people." Blah blah blah. The white man said that, and he was receiving all of that, man. He was receiving all of that. You know, but it's that it came. It started with that vibration that he felt, the vibe that we was giving off. That what is that aura? You know, and it's not us. It's Yahweh Shem Shai, how he's built our character.
Okay.
You know, how he's built our character by fearing him and following him, man, and having that mentality to follow Yahweh Shem Shai, that mentality to get out of here, to teach his word and be serious. That's all through him, man. That's by his inspiration. Okay? You good, though?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Snatch up that one.
Quick precept to say what you're saying. This is Wisdom of Solomon 13 and verse 5. It says, "For by the greatness and beauty of the creatures, proportionally the maker of them is seen."
Yeah, that's beautiful, you know, because we reflect from him, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you see us, but you see how we're operating. You see our conversation, which is our behavior, our conduct. You know, even if you grew up with us, a lot of people that grew up with us, they like, you changed. Why? Because the vibration. We just switched vibration. The Lord put his spirit upon us. We didn't have a choice. You know, that's why we about to get into the renewing of your mind and having that proper mentality and mindset and everything.
Come on. All right, this is the book of Romans, the 12th chapter and the 2nd verse. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Be not conformed to this world, right? When you got con, that's with. So with the form of this world, being part of this world. We are in the world, but not of the world. All right? But be transformed, be changed, be renewed, as the next word that said, you know, be changed, transformed, however you want to put it. Just be distinct, be different, be holy. All right? Be, what did he say to Jeremiah he was going to do? Be sanctified. All right? That's what we do by the renewing of your mind, right? That, and when you do what Yahweh Shem Shai tell you to do, you can't help it. What did it say about the Lord? He said, man, this dude he speak with authority. Why? Because he had the spirit of Yahweh upon him, man. He couldn't help it. All right, but it also teaches you. It also helps you and learns you how to be humble. Okay. How to be wise, how to have knowledge, when to apply it. All right, it teaches you all of that. You know what I'm saying? This truth is edifying. It's building. It's all about building you up. All right, that's like where the edification in that. Like how is saying fuck Donald Trump going? What is that going to do? All right, that ain't gonna help one step closer to salvation. Trump don't give a shit what you think about him. He got his own plan. He got to do. You know.
Hey, by you saying that, because that's what if we know in the scriptures, knowing Esau who he is, the enemy, if we just go around and saying fuck Esau, but we not reading the scriptures, we not edifying, we not in the highways, we not doing nothing that shows scripturally that says fuck Esau, and we're not helping build Esau. You know, why? We just saying it.
Well, we gotta work with them. We gotta get food from them. You know what I'm saying? All of that, things of that, and you know what? You just going around, fuck Esau, fuck the fucking white man, devil, you know, and all of that. And there's no, it's not, like the brother said, it's not no why. Now you just think that we're doing hate crimes, you know. Then nowadays you can go to jail for shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But then they tell you have freedom of speech and freedom of religion, but you know, it's too much confusion.
They already trying to come at us as these black extremists.
Yeah. So
you just furthering the proof that that's what you are.
Yeah, and that's why the scriptures say, be circumspect. And it say, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You stupid fucks. Why? Because it ain't time for you to be doing all of that. All right? You got, right now, we still here. So we still got work to do. America's still making movies. The chip ain't fully implemented. All right, there's still food in the stores. Okay, you're not locked all up in a concentration camp, so you still have work to do, man. And y'all sitting here doing that, but everybody got their part to play. You can't do nothing against the truth, only for it.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead, read that, then we get the definition.
This is back in Romans 12:2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh."
And that proof is test, so you can test out what is good, right? You ain't had nothing but shit your whole life, man. When you come into this truth, you experience sugar, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? We'll go raw brown sugar if you like, you know? But you want to go back to that shit, you know? Read the last bit after the proof.
It says that you may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
Yeah, acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, man. All right, you can't do what you want to do and expect to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It already tells you it's impossible to please Him without having faith.
Yeah.
But if you have faith, it's going to show through your works. If you got works, your works can only be shown by what? You keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and fearing Him, because that's the whole duty of men. That is supposed to be your mentality. You keep that mentality, you can save your soul. All right? It's not, and I'm not saying that it makes you 100% part of the elect, you know, but what it will do is it'll make your calling of the election sure. It'll give you a better chance opposed to just being a nigga with a Bible and a couple fringes. All right?
This is Colossians chapter 1 and verse 9. The point is in 10. It says, "For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of His will and all wisdom and spiritual understanding, that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of the Most High."
About getting better, man. It's about getting better. You have the right mentality. That's what the new covenant is going to be. The proper mentality, the perfect mentality, how to rule the world. Therefore, there's going to be no reason for us to lose our kingdom, because we're not going to be dealing with people with injurious acts or ill-gotten gains, or what was the third one that said?
And riches got
by deceit. You know, we're not going to be bamboozling people and being deceitful to people. We're going to rule in righteousness, and everybody else is going to follow suit. Yeah. Because of the mentality that the Lord is going to put upon us by the new covenant, man, which is the scripture being written in our inward parts. All right,
which I believe that's in Isaiah that backs that up. It says, "The nation shall flow unto us." You know, and they shall come to us for the laws and the judgments and the statutes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Because that order, things are gonna be set back in order. You know, and all these heathen nations that are above us now, you know, in this kingdom, are going to be put back in order under our foot, you know, by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Okay, next we're gonna do the. Is it more to that?
No, that's pretty much it.
You want to do the definition?
Yeah, Salaki, go ahead. The renewing.
Yeah, so this is Strong's 342.
Anachinosis.
All right, it says a renewal, a renovation, a complete change for the better.
Whoa, the renovation. Does the scriptures not talk about the spirit coming back, seeing the house furnished and swept, cleaned up, basically? It is renovated. There was a change that made. That old shit had to go. We're going to change for the better. That's what happens when you renovate something. You change it for the better, man.
Complete change for the better.
That's what it says?
Complete change.
Complete change, man. So you got to get rid of that old man. You got to become that new creature by the renewing of it starts up here. You know, it starts with your mind. Your mind is your spirit, basically, man.
And that just goes to show you can't, just change a little bit and then change the rest. You know what I'm saying? You got to change the whole man. You know what I'm saying? You got to become a completely new creature. You can't have that bits and pieces of that old nigga still lurking inside you because he gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you got to put off the whole old man. You got to have that like the brother been saying, that fresh mentality, that new mentality, that you're a whole new person. You're not even your family, everybody who knew you back in the day.
Yeah,
they like, man, you did a 160 or 180. I mean, you completely turned around.
They got bring a precept up and to that. This is Psalms 50, 51 and 10. It says, "Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me." So it's making that complete 360, you know. And of course, you know, as it says this is a prayer. It says, "Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh." You know, so you got to pray for that because we can't do nothing without the Most High anyway.
Yeah, you can't buy a new spirit. You can't buy a new heart. That's something Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to give you. And that's what prayer is for you to ask him for things. If you don't ask for him, if you don't pray to the Most High, you don't believe in him. You don't believe that he's there, basically. You know?
That's faith.
That's faith. And it's impossible to please him without faith.
Was there more to what you have?
No, that was it.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 13. It says, "Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind."
Gird up the loins of your mind. Strengthen your mind. All right? And do what?
Be sober.
Be sober. Helps you be circumspect. Know your surroundings. Know what's going on. Know what the proper discernment, the proper judgment in things. You know? Because when you going off that liquor, it's hard for you to sustain yourself. It's hard for you not to be what's the proper word? Not necessarily barbaric, but just loud, uncivilized. Yeah, I was trying to think of what it used in Matthew 24. Quarreling. Okay, it's hard. You know, for the most part, when you have too much of it, you know. So that's why it's telling your mind to be sober, so you can think what? Clear. Okay, thinking clear. Go ahead.
It says, "Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, as obedient children."
Let's keep in order. Go ahead.
God, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance.
You gotta, when you was ignorant, when you didn't know of this truth the way you were being, that's like brother said, putting up a complete turnaround, man. A complete change. All right? You put off that old man. You get rid of that old man. Okay? Every part of it. You know? You don't try to hold on to your reputation. I was a dog. And so?
You're trying to relive
the glory days. Yeah. Relive your wicked days. Really? That's what you're doing. You know?
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "But as he which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation."
Which is your behavior, your conduct. That's what your conversation is. Be ye holy in that. And it'll show forth. Like with Moses, his face was shining because of the wisdom that he had upon him. He couldn't help. He couldn't hide it. He couldn't hide it. And if we just be ourselves and do our duties as the men of the Lord, then we can't hide it either. But you don't boast in it. All right? You take confidence. You have confidence in it, but you don't boast in it. You know, you don't be I got the spirit of, I got the truth, so I'm good. You know, I got the basics, so I'm gonna make it or something. Like, nah, man, you got work to do. Man, you way behind. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever won a championship with the basics. You know, you don't win anything with the basics. The basics is where you start and you build from there. You know, Floyd Mayweather didn't just learn the basics and, you know, became the greatest boxer of all time. He learned the basics and he built on those basic fundamentals and he built on them and he became better and better and better. And that's how you become a champion. Okay? You don't just get the basics and become an all-star.
Yeah. Now, the basics are important. Because you don't want to forget where you came from. But, like, it's about building, man. All All right, you don't come in here in this truth and you're highlighting everything and you, like we were talking about earlier, you're soaking in all of this knowledge, and you know what I'm saying? But eventually, like I said, at the time you ought to be teachers, you have need of milk. So you have to go back to the basics at times, you know? All right? But it's still about getting better. You can't you can't be content with a level. All right? You should want to get better. You should want to learn more. You should want to try to be more perfect. You that's why you have to strive for perfection, even knowing that you can't be perfect. All right? That right there is going to force you to level up and get better.
This is back in 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 16. It says, because I'll read 15 again. It says, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. All right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much
I was
it.
into that. Okay.
Can I get this Ephesians real quick?
Yeah, that's cool. First two.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. It says, that ye put off concerning the former conversation of the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness.
John, go ahead.
So it's plain. You know, it says it clearly. It says that you got to leave that old nigga back to where that old nigga is, or you leave him in 2012, 2011, or whatever, and become that new man. All right, and build on that new man. Follow the new principles that you are in. Okay. Build those habits, build those righteous habits so that you become what you're supposed to be. Now, we ain't gonna never reach our full potential, but you got to strive for the masteries, like the brother was saying. You got to want to become better and better and better every day, because you can never go far enough.
This is 2 Peter 3 and 18. It says, but grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach. To him be glory both now and forever. Amen. So that, just to add to what you were saying, man, you gotta once the Most High puts that new spirit upon you, that's what you have to do. You have to grow. That means you have to work. That means you have to study. You have to get into this, man. And it can't be half-assed, you know that. And that's through the spirit. That's what the apostle, you know, what he put out there, man. And we don't want no half-assed, you know, so-called Israelites, man, or so-called men of the Lord. You know, once you get into this thing, once the Most High pulled you out of that filth, man, you got to get it in now. You know, it's nothing else, like, it's unconstitutional to go back and do the same shit you was doing. You know, it's like, it don't make no sense. It says a dog returned to his vomit, man. You know, this is the book of, is it 5 and 2?
John, yeah.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2. It says, feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly.
Yeah, that's a mentality right there. Not by constraint, like, oh, I gotta go hit the highways again. No, but willingly, like, whoo, let's go.
Let's go light them up.
It's that weekend again, you know? So we get this word out. Push this word. The elect can't be sealed if we don't push the word, man. Yep. Shit, hey, you trying to go home or not?
It says, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
Of a ready mind. Not for money's sake or, oh, you going to give me this much? Oh, sure, I'll go on the highways. No. And you get this word, you learn this word, you're going to teach this word. All right? That's that simple. It's really that simple. Yeah. All right, of course, it's all through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but that's what has to be done.
It says, neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
If you have a weak mindset, anybody that follows you will have a weak mindset. All right, because it says setting it as being an example. Okay, so brothers that's under you, you want to show them that you're strong, so they can look up to you as people you're under. You look up to them, man, and so on and so forth, all the way up to Yahushua. Because at the end of the day, we all supposed to be looking up to Yahushua. All right, if you're not, then guess what? You got the wrong mindset, the wrong mentality. Because those are the perfect examples on how to be perfect. Mainly Yahushua, because he came down in the flesh as we are in and kept the law perfect. Okay? That's why we say Bahashem Yahushua, because we can't have access to the Most High without His Son, but His Son is that perfect example that was shown to us through the Scriptures. All right?
Titus.
Oh, yeah, man. My chest is killing me.
All right, this is the book of Titus, chapter 1, and verse 15. It says, "Unto the pure, all things are pure. But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled."
It's defiled. It started with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the scriptures say, he that believeth not is condemned already. It's already defiled, man. All right, the scriptures say there's nothing come clean out of anything that is unclean, man. All right? Meaning at the end of the day, that you either going to be this way or you're going to be that way. You can't be both. All right, okay, this day, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be an African American, but this day, weekend come, I'm going to be an Israelite. No.
Choose ye this day.
Choose ye this day. You have to be willing, all right, ready, and have the mentality to get the hell out of here every single day. And every single day you should push towards that goal to getting out of here, which is doing the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right, that's why I like the precept when it said not by constraint, but willingly. Because that come down to seeking your own salvation. All right, because I can't, if I can make this brother do a lesson every day, but if he's not doing it willingly, he's gonna leave it alone. Man, I can't do this shit.
Vain.
Yeah, and it's in vain. It's like it's not sincere at all. You know? That's why you gotta have the right mentality when it comes to serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And then you will be shown as an example unto other brothers, man. That's how the body works.
Hey, can I grab this precept based off of that, what you just said?
Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou unto faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also."
Yeah.
so Paul, he had a character to where when he came and he taught, you know, he taught in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He taught to edify. He taught to build up the churches, man. You know, he didn't go there and say, "Hey, well, I got some more epistles for y'all." No, he spoke it as because he believed it, man.
He spoke it lively.
He spoke it lively, and it said that he spoke it lively, man.
The spirit that quickened, man. You know, it wasn't the flesh; it was the spirit that Yahweh Shem Yahushai put upon him to cause him to be the way that he was, to be the character. You know what I'm saying? Show forth his character. You know.
So the things that you have heard of me, like he was an example, man. You know how we should move as being Israelites, being the chosen nation.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
Crazy you said heard of me, because that's all we heard was what we read. We haven't met Paul in the flesh, and he like, "Yo, when I wrote that, yeah, that was dope." Nah, hey, This is how we linked up to the men of the Lord back then, man. All through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Blessed is he that readeth, man. Okay? The thing that was written aforetime was written for our learning. Why? Because we those same men anyway, you know? Lord willing. Alright? There was things written down that wasn't understood, but are being understood now. And that are being followed as before, man.
Okay.
We wasn't perfect then, we're not perfect now, but in the kingdom, we're going to be perfect. And the same goal we had then is the same goal we have now, and that's the kingdom. Living in righteousness under Yahweh Yahushai, man. Ruling. Having servants.
That's right. This is back in Titus 1:16. It says they profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Yeah, void of judgment.
Void of judgment.
All right. So if you have that proper mentality, all right, if you have that proper mentality, you doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. You'll keep that mentality, really. You know, but if you worried about this and worried about that and worried about all of these things in the world, you know, it says a man of war entangling himself not with the affairs of the world, man. Once you start getting entangled, all that just becomes a nice web and it's gonna catch you up, man. Okay.
2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, you know, and brother went into it beautifully. It says, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, ye shall never fall. You know, if you follow the script, you know, and you do what you're supposed to do, there's no way you can go wrong, man. If you're doing it, well, of course you have to do it in sincerity, but if you're doing these, what the Most High said, you know, to your utmost ability, and you putting forth all your strength, there's no way you can fall, man. You know, the Most High is gonna sup with you. No, that was to that precept, though.
Okay, so with that, man, Lord willing, we keep the proper mindset, we keep the proper mentality, which is getting the hell out of here. Be focused on that and focus. Let your works focus towards that, you know. And with that, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth, endured this truth, and been diligent in this truth, and been great examples of this truth. All right. Blessing to the elect of Yasha, salutation and blessing to you, Akim, out there enduring this truth with sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ooh, it was almost on one.